Welcome back to another episode of the Constructive Liberty podcast. Today is Wednesday, November the 16th, 2022, and this is, I have no idea what episode it is. I don't keep track of those things. I should do better at that. I say that every time, and I still don't know what episode number I'm on. It's in the 120s, I think. You probably know a little better than I do because you might even be looking at it right now. But as I record it, I'm not sure what episode we're on, but that doesn't matter. This is an episode of the Constructive Liberty podcast, and as always, we're talking about ways, things that you can use, tools, tips, tricks, hacks, whatever you want to call it, to help you be intentional about the way you live your life so that you can construct that lifestyle of liberty or designing a lifestyle of freedom. However you want to talk about it, we want more of that in our life. And today I'm going to talk about 5 tools that I use as a content creator to create content, things that make my life a little bit easier. We'll have some paid tools and some free tools that you can use, that you can tap into. And, you know, if you also yourself want to become a content creator, these are things that you can do to, or use to make your life a little bit easier, much as I do mine. But before I get into that, I want to have a few quotes of the day for you. And these come out of the Bible. They are from Proverbs, various verses. I don't remember what chapter, but here's a few things that they talk about wisdom and the words that come out of your mouth. So here goes. The wise in heart will receive commandments. And that can be a hard one for a lot of us liberty-minded folks, is to receive commandments. But I don't think that necessarily means that anytime somebody commands you to do something, you must adhere to it. But rather to discern what is wise and to understand that when somebody gives a wise and just command, you don't necessarily follow it because they command you to do so, but because it is a wise thing. You listen to the words of wisdom. Also, the tongue of the just is as choice silver. Now, for anybody who is a prepper or who likes to be prepared for things, especially for the coming apocalypse, you know, we always go to storing up silver or storing a means of trading or barter or something if the money were to ever collapse. And silver is one of those things that we collect. Choice silver today being 0.9999999% pure silver. That is the choicest silver. This says the tongue of the just is as choice silver. What I take from that is words of wisdom that you can adhere to, words of wisdom that you can live by, is far more valuable and important than money, than silver, than anything you can use to barter with. The next is the lips of the righteous man feed many. That goes right along with that. You know, the lips of a righteous man, a man of wisdom, gives instruction that others can use to go create their own life that they want to live, a life of prosperity, a life of production, a life that helps other people. The next one, the desire of the righteous shall be granted. Now, I always looked at that and be like, oh man, if I live righteously, then anything I want will be given to me. But I think a better way to put that would be righteous desires shall be granted. That doesn't mean that if you live the way you're supposed to live, that anything you want will be given to you. I don't believe that. But I believe it means when we want something for the right reasons, not for selfish reasons, that those will be granted to us. And not just to sit back and like, oh, okay, I want this. And it's to help those people, but I'm just going to sit here and, you know, hope it'll come to me. That's not righteous desires. There is actually a stepping out in faith to make those desires happen. And there's a certain element of that we can't control that God will bring into play to make that happen. And then the last one, the mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom. It goes right along into everything else, all those other verses I read. a wise man or a just man speaks wise words. So if you can find somebody who lives a good life, who is a good person, who lives right and just and pure, that man has wisdom. That man or woman, they have wisdom that, we can't always understand. But there is wisdom there. So I hope that you can take those words, study on them, and you too can become a wise person. I'm striving for that. I hope there is wisdom in the words I speak, but I want there to be even more so that when I open my mouth, that it is as choice silver to those who hear. That is what I strive for. I'm going to take a break and pause here because I've got an interview coming up that will release in like a week and a half. And I'm going to go record that interview and then come back and finish this podcast talking about 5 tools I use as a content creator. Okay, I am back. I actually did not come right back after I recorded the interview. It's actually the next day. This is Thursday, November the 17th, instead of Wednesday, November the 16th, when I'm continuing recording this podcast. So we're going to jump right into the main topic of the show, 5 apps that I use for content creation. And I'm going to go through kind of a variety of apps that I use for both audio recording and editing, video recording and editing, and a really cool app that I've found to kind of cut up your longer form pieces of content into shorter things that you can use to post on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all of those things. It's a really cool app, and I'll try to give you a couple alternatives for several of these. But I'm going to show you what I use. If I think of the alternatives while I'm showing you these things, then great. If not, you can just search alternative to, and I'm sure you'll be able to find lots of stuff. So first off, I am going to show you what I use to record my podcast in. This is an app called Audacity, and it's very simple. It is a free app. So all you got to do is you can go to, I think it's audacity.org, and you download it for Windows. There may be a couple different versions. I usually just try to do the latest version that is their official version. That's not, there's a lot, it's open source software, so a lot of people can add their own little things to it, and then they create their own download. I just get the one from the official Audacity site, so you can take that for what it's worth. But it's pretty straightforward. All you've got to do is you come up here, you hit record, it records the voice, and then you can pause. You can do all kinds of stuff with it, but I do the basic recording, and then when you're done with the recording, you just come over, hit the stop button, come up here, you hit record, it records the voice. I don't know if you can hear that, but I was playing back the audio that it captured from me. And what you can do is there's a lot of effects. So what I'll often do while I'm recording in Audacity is I'll go into the effects, and you come down to the compression, and you want to compress it. And what that does is it makes the audio quality a little better. And I'm sorry I just bumped the mic right there, but see if you can hear the difference. I don't know if the mic will pick up this sound, but come up here, you hit record, it records the voice, and then you can. Now, I am not an audio engineer by any means, but I know that kind of levels out the sound a little bit, makes it a little louder, it amplifies it. So when I record, it often is pretty quiet. So when I go run it through the compressor, it changes that audio a little bit. You can add different effects to the audio. I can add a little bass to it. I can do that just in my normal voice. I don't really have a deep voice, but if I talk low, it does sound a little more masculine. But that's not really my natural voice, even though I would like it to be a little deeper. I'd love to have that classic 60s, 70s, 80s radio voice, or even earlier in time where they have that deep voice that just, is really masculine. And I love that. I love hearing people that have that kind of voice. Yes. Anyway, but you can add those effects in Audacity, and you can take out silences. So if you have a lot of pauses when you're recording, you can set it to automatically remove silences of a certain length. You can take out breathings. So if you train it to hear when you take a breath, you can take those out automatically. And I've done that in the past, but because of the way I talk, I often trail off at the end of a sentence. And so I would notice that it would cut off some of my sentences. And I really need to go back to my earlier podcasts and re-edit those and re-upload the audio, because I didn't really understand how to edit the audio, and I wasn't listening to many of my episodes, and so I didn't realize that that it was doing such a bad job of treating the audio and making it better. It was actually making it worse. So it's a good reminder I should go back and re-upload audios to those terribly edited podcasts. So the next app I want to show you is Auphonic, and this is what I use to remove background noise, to kind of level out the audio even more. And I'm just going to go ahead and log in. You can sign up. There's not a monthly fee. I'll show you the pricing of it. If you go into pricing, you can, for free, for every month, for free, you get up to 2 hours of audio processing. You can pay for more processed audio, and it doesn't, it's not a monthly thing. It does say up to 9 hours processed audio for this much per month, but I buy one-time credits. So like if you add one-time credits, you can buy like 25 hours for $50. And I usually go that route, just buying so many hours for that instead of doing the monthly fee, because I don't use that many hours. And if you buy the one-time recurring credits, it rolls over each and every month. So I really like that option. But I'm going to go ahead and log in here. And yep, there we go. It auto-filled my password and everything. So here is the home screen, I guess you would say. You can tell over on the left-hand side how many hours you have left. It'll show you down to the minute. I've got 17 hours and 17 minutes of audio left that I can use for processing. It'll show you my most recent 21 days worth of audio and video productions. Or audio productions get removed after 21 days. Video productions get removed after 7 days. That's just to clear up space on their servers. So what you'll do is you go in here and hit New Production, and then it gives you a lot of options on what you can do with it. So you can add presets, which for my different podcasts, I actually have different presets. And I use Captivate, and I'll show you that in a minute, as my podcast host. So I've connected Auphonic and Captivate, and when I choose a preset, like for the Constructive Liberty podcast, after it renders the audio, does its magic to it, it automatically uploads it to Captivate. So all I have to do is go over there, find that latest episode that it uploaded, and then add my show notes, add my artwork, and all of that, and then hit publish. So it makes it really, really simple. And that's what I do for all of my podcasts. You can choose an intro and an outro. So the music that you hear at the beginning and ending of every episode is added by Auphonic. Like, I don't do that myself. I upload my audio file, and it adds the intro, the outro. I can put a title on there, add different metadata like a subtitle and a summary and all of those things. And I can also add chapter marks inside of this. I can add different output files or change the file. So I can do like MP3s or different lossless audio formats or video files. Like I can create an audiogram with this. It's really cool, everything that you can do. It's absolutely amazing. They have speech recognition, so I can. They just added what they call their whisper engine, I think. Basically, it creates it transcribes the audio, and it creates I can't think of what it's called, a transcript. Hello. It creates a transcript that you can upload to different podcast hosts that support that, or you can use that as a blog post or whatever you want. And then you can add your different publishing services as well. So I could publish to like Dropbox, YouTube, SoundCloud, Libsyn, archive.org, any of those things I could add to one of those publishing services. But you have to connect that first. Then you can add the audio algorithms. So like I do the adaptive leveler, loudness normalization, filtering, and the noise and hum reduction. So if there's any background noise, it takes that out pretty good. And then you can add the loudness target. So for podcasts, loudness is measured in what they call LUFS. I don't know what that stands for, LUFS. And podcasts, the industry standard is 16 LUFS. And so it'll automatically set it to that level. And once you have all of that stuff selected, you just hit start production and go through the steps to confirm yes, confirm. I think there's like two steps you have to confirm. And then you just hit upload, and it does its magic. It's really, really cool. And then after it's uploaded, it works in the background, and then it'll notify you when it's done working its magic. And then what I do from there is I go over into Captivate.fm, who is my podcast host. And like I said, I just go from there, editing, adding the show notes and all of that. It's really, really great. Now we're going to move into video production. So what I use for video production, for the most part, I use StreamYard. And that is it's not a free app. It costs like $25 a month, I think. But essentially what I can do is I can go in there and record, but I can live stream to different services. So I can go to, with my service or my level of subscription, I can stream to 3 different services at one time. And I typically go to like YouTube and Facebook and maybe something like Float or Odyssey, or, I can go up to 3 locations, and I can invite guests on. I think I can have up to 10 guests join me in StreamYard. And so basically what I'll do is I'll come over here and hit broadcast, and then I can create one. I can either live stream. Let's go to my Facebook. Well, I'm not going to create one because then it puts a notification out on the pages. But let's see, I can go to my Float and my Odyssey. I just sit here and add a title, customize for each destination, create broadcast, so you can add your notes and all that stuff. If you were creating one for YouTube or Facebook, you would add the description, you would add the artwork and all of that in there. And it works excellently. Now, I'm recording this video and the podcast using OBS. OBS is, I think it's Open Broadcast Software is what it stands for. And it's a video recording, streaming, screen capture software, all of those things. It does. It's super cool. I like open source software, if you were wondering. So because I'm doing that, StreamYard cannot access my mic or my camera. So I guess I'm just going to enter without mic or cam access. And so this is what it looks like inside of StreamYard. Down here at the bottom of StreamYard is where all your different guests as well as yourself show up. So what I'll do is I'll come over here. I can't add myself to the stream because I don't have mic access. So we'll just have to go without that. But essentially, after you get all your people lined up on here, you just hit go live and you do your thing. And then once that's done, you end the broadcast. Then you come back out here to the main area, and you can go to past broadcasts, and you can download either the audio of the recording or the video of the recording. They're always adding new features as well. So I can upload videos here. Actually, these are the videos I've recorded. I can actually record a video like without putting it live, and then schedule it to go live at a later time. It's super cool that you can do that. I really like that I have that ability. It's, top notch. The next thing that I want to share with you is, let's see, we're going to go over into CapCut. CapCut is one that I use. It is a completely free, I don't know what their monetization method is. I have not looked into that, but it is currently a free app for your phones that I just figured out this morning that you can also install it on Windows and you can run it in your browser. So I'm super impressed by that. I like it even better, but it's a really great video editing app for creating your TikToks, for creating your Instagrams, for, whatever you want to create a video for. You know how people put all the effects on it. They change the voice, they remove the background noise, they add the overlays, they do the text thing, like the transcript overlays and all of that. It's a really well-rounded app. Super cool. You can do the text to speech, create auto captions, add effects, and it is a really well done app. And again, that's CapCut. You can either search for it in your App Store or your Play Store, or go to CapCut.com and download it for your PC. It's super good. I highly recommend it. That's the third app. Let's see. I'm going to save the best one for last. Another one that I have just started getting into, I have not figured out everything yet, is closerscopy.com. And that's maybe going to be a little bit controversial, but I really like it because it is what we call artificial intelligence. Okay? So, I can use it to help me create blog posts, headlines, all kinds of things like that. Essentially what I do is I enter my prompts into it and I tell it to write for me. So if I want to do, let's see here, creatives, let's go into long form. So essentially what I'll do is I don't have to write a brief, but my talking points, I can go into here and just put in some, some prompts that I want it to write about for me. So I'm going to write Atlanta Braves 2021 World Series winner, and I misspelled series. Boy, you would think I could spell good, but apparently not. Let's see. Change that. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be enough for it to write for me, but okay, I need at least 30 words. Directed. Let's see. Atlanta Braves 2021 World Series winner. Best team in baseball. I really, really cannot spell today. Baseball. And I'm having a hard time coming out. Let's see. Freddie Freeman. Rookies. Let's see if that's 30 words. I'm not sure if that's 30 words. Nope, it's not 30 words. Rookies. Let's see. Pitching. Batting. Let's just see what all it comes up. Oh, that's all it's going to give me. I don't have room for more. Right for me. Huh. Oh, I need 30 words. Let's see. I don't know I don't know. Anyway, you can use it to... Here, let's go with headline. I can do headline. You can use it to create different things. So let's go... I'm going to try to come up with a headline: Atlanta Braves baseball best team World Series winner. Create a headline for me. All right, so let's see what it comes up with. Selected after. This is not going well. As you can tell, I have not used it very much. Anyway, check it out, closerscopy.com. There are quite a few alternatives. Gary.ai is another one that I've tested a bit. That one may be a little better. I don't really know. These are not free apps. They are paid, so you can go check those out. I don't have a affiliate link for you on those. I have applied for one for Closer's Copy. I don't have it. I don't know what's the deal, why it's not going through, but you can go check it out, closerscopy.com, or go to GaryAI.com. There's, different ones out there as well. The last one is one that I have been trying to utilize more, and I really like it. It's a lot of fun. The one app that a lot of people use instead of it, and it's a little different. It started out different, but it's becoming more the same thing as what Content Fries is. I just told you what that new app is. But Descript is an app that you can download on your Windows device. They may have it for Mac devices as well. I don't know. But Descript is an audio recording thing. And they have recently added video recording as well as video editing. And the editing part of it is very similar to what I'm going to show you here in Content Fries. So, Content Fries, you upload a video. It can be a short form video or a long form video or whatever you want, but the video that you upload is called your potatoes. That's the big chunk of video. That's the big piece of content that you are recording or that you want to edit. And so you can see in here, I've got 3 in here currently. I've got a 10-minute video called Don't Let Failure Define Who You Are. I've got a little 2-minute video. That's the goal pyramid. You may have seen that video out on TikTok or Instagram or I think maybe Facebook Reels. And then I've got a 47-minute video, almost 48 minutes. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. That was my podcast from last week, I think, or maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure. And I've started recording all of my podcasts in video format so that I can use them to grab little nuggets from when I have the time. I often don't have the time. But as you upload your video, that's called a potato. And then what you'll do is, let's see, we'll go over here to this window. It uploads into a place that looks like this, and you have it transcribe the whole video. It creates a complete transcription of it. And you generate the piece of content, and you can cut it up into what's called fries. And so what I've done here in all of these things, I've created a bunch of different fries, and essentially that's small pieces of the potato, because you cut up a potato into little pieces, and those are the French fries, and that was kind of the idea behind what they did here. But you can create. You see, you have ones for Facebook, for Instagram, for YouTube, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. They have all those different options for how you can export the little video, and you can add your transcript to it. You can put little intros and outros on it. You put all these different little, the editing things on it, similar to what you can do in CapCut. But I really like this because it takes the transcript, and what you do is you select a section of transcript, and you can actually just delete that section of the transcript out, and it takes that section of your video out. So instead of having to watch the whole video, and then you select the starting point of the video, you select the ending point of the video, and you take out little pieces and parts of it, on this one here, you just edit the transcript, and it makes the video match the transcript. So it's really, really cool on that. I would definitely say go check it out. It does cost. This is a paid app. I don't know if they have the lifetime the lifetime subscription available or not. Like, I paid a one-time fee for a certain usage per month, and you can upgrade that. I'm not sure if they still have that option, but you can go check it out. They will eventually move to a monthly membership, but a lot of newer apps come out and they do that lifetime membership so that they can have a user base, and that gives them a good start of funding to continue to develop to continue to develop and add features and all of that. So I like to try to get in on a lot of those apps right at the beginning and get all of the good stuff. And then I never have to pay again, and then I can use it forever. So those are the 5 apps that I use on a weekly basis, sometimes daily. But those are the 5 that I use quite often. Again, that is Audacity, Auphonic, CapCut, Closer's Copy, and Content Fries. I'm going to drop a link to all of those in the show notes. Hope you enjoy it. Go check it out. Do good work.